Generally, this is asked of Muslims why Muhammad ﷺ married multiple times. And many disbelievers raise questions about the intention of Nabi ﷺ having multiple wives. So looking at history, it is odd that only Muhammad ﷺ is criticized for polygamy, yet many other prophets like Ibrahim a.s., Yaqub a.s., Dawood a.s., and Sulaiman a.s., who are all the prophets accepted by other Abrahamic religions, they are also known to have multiple wives. But ironically, Islam is criticized for polygamy when Quran clearly encourages single marriage if one is not able to give due rights to multiple women. As it comes in Surah Nisa, verse number 3, فَانكِحُوا مَا طَابَ لَكُم مِّنَ النِّسَاءِ مَثْنَى وَثُلَاثَ وَرُبَاعَ فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَعْدِلُوا فَوَاحِدَةً أَوْ مَا مَلَكَتْ أَيْمَانُكُمْ ذَلِكَ أَدْنَىٰ أَلَّا تَعُولُوا. Marry those that please you of other women, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry only one, or those your right hand possesses, that is more suitable that you may not incline to injustice. So polygamy in Islam is permitted under certain guidelines and not merely associated with the satisfaction of passion or lust. It is a way to be compassionate towards widows and orphans. When it comes to the life of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself, it is important to note that he was from a noble family. And at that time, it was common for men to have multiple wives. Yet he remained single until the age of 25. And then when he married to his wife Khadija radhiyallahu anha, he was with her for 25 years without having a second wife. Another thing to note is if it was passion that was behind his marriages, then he would not have married someone who was 15 years older in his youth. So that was definitely not his motive. And then when she passed away, he remained in mourning for a couple of years. And generally in Arab also, it was common that when a wife passed away, you would marry almost right after. And yet he had such a love for his first wife that he decided not to marry again. And then between the age of 53 and 60, that's when other wives came into his nikah for various reasons. And what could be those reasons? One was to pass on Islam to the next generation as a practical legacy. So when Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was with all his wives in different situations, they were able to narrate the hadith that occurred at different events. And that was a way for us to learn how we would live our lives if we were to encounter such a situation. The other reasoning was to strengthen the bond with other tribes and nations. That was also something that brought different nations together simply because Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam married one of the women from their tribes, and it allowed the others to accept Islam because of him giving honor to that tribe. The other reason was to teach Muslims compassion with women and encourage that in certain situations it is important for Muslims to step up and marry more than one woman simply because it is a need of the society. Could be for the sake of giving shelter to widows or for orphans. And know that this is a very difficult task to satisfy the obligations for multiple wives. And yet, when it is the need of the society, Islam allows to make sure that the religion has provisions for those situations in the future as well.